Well, I had to bring Big Hoss out, my pet squirrel, the squirrel maniac, aka Squirrel Man. Let him do a little running, and then we're gonna go to the river, try to find some Native American artifacts. I'll see you over there. Look here, folks. I'll put him at the end too. Now I'm out here again, and I'm looking in real deep water. My hip waders didn't come again, but they were in Columbus the last time I checked yesterday, so probably today. You know, they're big, bulky, heavy things, so I didn't want to pay a ton for shipping, so I went with the lowest standard shipping, that's why. So this is still okay to dig in, but I'm gonna see if we can't get something out here. The shovelfuls look good. So I can see cracked up rock on that. Hopefully there's an arrowhead. Pull up my screen and see a smoker. Well, it's like the third screen maybe. See right there's a river cobble chert. Right there's one. There's a flake. See it right there. That up there. There's a point. See, that ain't bad. Let me get here. I'm over water. Little tip necks, little used up, kind of odd. It's almost like a drill. Kind of cool. Well, there's that first little piece, and you see, looking at that, it's a little drill. It's a point made into a drill, and it kind of looks like an Amos, but it's, say, it's been, the tip's like that from use. I looked at it under a scoop. See, it's got blue in that. Looks like Upper Mercer. That's kind of a nice little piece. I'm happy to find stuff like this. That'll look nice in a frame with other stuff. That's nice. Water, you can actually see before I get it muddied up here, there's kind of a little bit of a current and it's taking it away, but right in there's the layer, and I can feel the base clay too. I can feel the bottom, so all this stuff's just laying there, see it? I should find more stuff. I threw a few big rocks off the top of this, but I don't shake this with them delicate points. I fill it, maybe just kind of do it with my hands, and then I bring it on the shore and throw all the big rocks out past where, you know, I'm gonna sift, and then I screen it down, you know what I mean? And let's see here, I saw a flake sticking up. I don't know where it went now, but right there's, see that? That's like a river cobble core. I saw another flake someplace, but I'll screen this down. Hopefully there's an arrowhead in here or something. Just happened with an arrowhead the other day. I'm eyeballing the shovels. Look at that piece of hematite right there. Let me get it. See, it's a pretty nice piece. I'm cold. My hip waders or chest waders should be here today. Nice facet on that. Well, you see a really nice quality heavy piece of hematite. Little bit of a facet there, but look at that one. It's a nice artifact, huh? For the red ochre, the paint. The paint's about that color. That's a cool artifact. I'm in a deep pocket in not too shallow water, and I can see a point, and look here. See, there's some kind of old, there's all kinds of old glass. See, that's a nail or something that's really corroded. There's another point. Let me get it here. Look here. That ain't bad. Another one. You know, that ain't bad either. Kind of a cruder point. You say a little thicker than some of the stuff I've been finding, but that's still a nice piece. Go out and find a whole point. Pretty nice. I don't know what that is. It's just a lesser, like, archaic point, like an Amos or something different. I don't know. It's, say, but not bad. Well, there's a piece of that blue stain, and look at this. It has orange and red inclusions in it. And see, that's been percussion chipped open. They were making tools out of this, celts and axes and all kinds of stuff. Man, I hope to find something out of that. But down in here, I'm washing it off. I saw a pitted stone get on my shovel. Look at this. It's a little handheld one. And there's a pit right there. See, there's algae growing all over it. There's a pit there, a pit there. Nothing on, but look at that one. That's a nice little piece. Pit right there with algae growing all over it. And right there. See, I'm in an awesome spot now, and it's all undug. See, there's flakes. Right here's another artifact. Another little knife. Preform. Most likely a blank, like a preform for a point. I've found hundreds of them here in the last month. These hip waders, these are the best ones I've ever had. I'll show you at the end. You know, like a weightlifting shirt that you wear when you're benching and stuff that adds, you know, 100 pounds to your bench. You know, this is in the legs when the water's on these. It feels like I have a bench shirt on my legs and lower back, and I can dig twice as much. I'm gonna find something and not be wore out at all, not be wet, and have a zipper right here to put all my Flint flakes in. These are awesome, folks. Deeper now in these hip weight or chest waders. It's comfortable. You just don't want to get in over your head in a pair like this. It sucks your body. You'll drown. Have to be careful. There's no current or nothing, so I'll be okay, and I'm a strong swimmer, but be aware of that. These last, you know, hip waders, these are chest waders I used, were different stuff, and I could swim across the river in them. There's no way I could in these. And look at these. Oh man, I'm gonna find something out here. This is firecracked rock all over this. Well, see, there's like a little used up core of that red and green stuff. Is that jasper? Sure looks like it. Yeah, see, there's little flakes. I'm in business. Look, there's a point. Looks kind of pentagonal. I found a few pentagonals in here. See what that is. It's all there. It's off kilter, and you can see it was used as a knife. See that left edge there? That's a nice little piece. Nice little piece. Well, I'd say this is a pentagonal. Look at that. You can tell it's been used as a knife. Look at how off kilter it is on that side. It's really oddly sharpened, isn't it? You can tell they were cutting with it. It's got polish on this side. You just feel it. It feels like a point base. It's a knife. Probably a pentagonal. I'll show you a pentagonal I found in there right by it. See, that right there was from right beside that. Just another little hafted knife, I'd say, but not bad. Well, I just pulled up my screen there, and that was right on top. Looks like a big end scraper, but it's not. It's just the end capper of the river cobble, which, if a lot of the times, they just made into end scrapers. See, that's all Cortex, and you see that it'll work this. And that's how they made 90% of the end scrapers I'm finding, right on the end capper or the edge of a river cobble chert. Breaker, it's still pretty nice, but right in where I found these black Amos points, look, there's another one, and it's one of the barbs is dinged. Man, but still. That's awesome. Needle tip, real nice fossil black chert like them other ones. And if I'd send that and get it restored, it'd be 25 bucks, I'd say 30 tops. And that's a $75, $80 point. That's beautiful. Well, this one would have had 2 hanging barbs and one of them's gone. That stinks. That's an awesome point. That would have been like, you know, whole $250, $200, but still worth something. I'll probably have that one restored because, you know, I got multiples made out of the same material. Well, here's another recent point I found right in that area. You see, some of them are way nicer than others. First few finds in this video were great, but this is better. That one I showed you earlier was close to this one. I have multiple other real nice ones, like 4 or 5 that are as nice as that, or nicer. So, still a nice find. See, here's another black one I found in the past month. It's just an exceptional piece. Look at that smoker. Man. Same Flint as that kind of fossil black. That is awesome. Man. Well, you can see this. Look at this one. This is a recent one too. Sifted that in my sifter. Doesn't get much better than that. For just a fine, delicate needle tip point, huh? Well, here's another recent one. Really looks like Carter Cave material from Kentucky, but could be a river cobble. There's lots of different variety of colors that can mimic anything, but look at that smoker. It's basally thinned. That is, look at the color. It's got purple in it and white and orange. Looks like a fall Amos point. That's just a smoker. Found this in the last 30 days. Yeah, I just found this too. It's a hafted shaft scraper. One of the nicest one. Look at that curve to that. It's like an Edgefield knife, but it would have got the hook appearance here by resharpening, and you see would have been used to shave down arrow shafts. That's sick. And I found another one too. It's even as nice, all within a month. Well, I'm gonna stay longer. I'm starting to get hot though in these chest waders, to tell you the truth. But I'm getting little flakes and stuff, and look there. Right there's a nice end scraper. All right, that's a beauty. That is a beauty. Well, I've probably found 50 of these in the past month and a half. This is another nice one. This would have been hafted. It's a little tool, an end scraper. See the tool tip on it there? Real nice chipping. That's a nice one. Nice dorsal ridge on the back there. McNutter's worked up, folks. Singing squirrel, you can go down. You have to put on a little bit of a show. Look, he's got his nut right there in his hole. Is that your nut from yesterday? But he has lots inside. Look here, here he goes. Squirrel Meister. Well, fun and stuff every trip. Shame on that ear ding on that point, but that's still stinking nice. I'll probably send that away. I got to get frames and get stuff all displayed, and that point's worthy of getting that. It won't cost much to get that ear put back on, give someplace some business and advertise it, show it in a video. It'll be good. There's a guy in Florida that can do that real quick. I want to send some Clovis points I found broke to him. Look here. But we'll keep going. The chest waders are just awesome. It feels like you're digging with like support on your legs, and I'm half as tired as I usually am. You know, I'll be finding a lot of stuff. You know, it's just however much I want, depending on how much I go. I'll see you on the next one, folks. Well, this is what I got here. These duck hunting, like, right there, waders on Amazon. They had real good reviews, and straight up, they didn't leak. I was a little warm, but understandable, you know. It's going to cool down there, and I'll be comfortable. They're nice. I feel good. I'm not even tired. Not even tired. They're like rubber stuff, and when you're in the water, it compresses against your muscles, your lower back. It's just, I wish I would have had them the last few months. They're awesome, folks. 5 stars on these. You can see that nice bevel on that upper side, and it's ground from that tip all the way up to the tip, 100% on this backside. I sifted this in the last 30 days too. That's the knife that goes along with these serrated points. The curved Amos knife. It's like a Cobb's variant. Found a bunch of these.